think you made a good point as well, Glenn, about the partners that he's played with over the years. A
Yeah,
stronger partner in recent years, we might have had a different player on our hands.
I've always felt with him that he was a good sort of second centre half. So if we'd, like we had Jose Font for years, who made every player who played next to him better. But he was kind of the leader of the defence, and obviously we had the excellent players like Van Dijk. Anyone could play next to him and look decent. Bednarek in the Premier League, I always felt like he was performing at his kind of maximum capacity in order to just be okay. I never felt like he dominated Premier League strikers. Ironically, last year was the first time in 8 years that I'd seen him be really, really aggressive, and that was even Jurek obviously wanted him to be that aggressive defender who was quite happy to take a book in, and was quite happy to give the centre forward a good old kick. And I always found him a little bit, up until that point, I always found him a little bit sort of like too passive. But as I said earlier when we were talking about Joe Aribo, he's not the sort of player that's so good that we're all crying in our beer that he's gone. And we should be able to. He would have been a good player for us this year. He probably would have been a starter, but at the end of the day, we've got other centre backs who in this division can do an equally good job.
And
so
it's possible. Someone like him would have kept out someone like Ronnie Edwards.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you kind of think, well, his development, actually, I think he's got the ceiling to go a lot higher.
Yeah. So I mean, it's an unbelievable move for Bednarek to go to Porto in the Champions League. I mean, it's a bit like George was talking about. Matty Fernandes. You can go from a bottom of the league Premier League side to a Champions League competing side in a league like Portugal, and there's no sort of disrespect to those leagues, but it goes to show if you can take a player from a failing team, put him into a winning structure where half the league is not a brilliant standard, and because they achieved well last year, obviously finishing high enough to qualify for the Champions League, then he can slot in, and I'm sure he'll do a half decent job there. It's a brilliant move for him. And I mean the Villa thing that's past now.
Done and dusted, isn't it?
Yeah. He came back and he did reasonably well when he came back. So I don't think he was the leader of the defence we all needed. But good luck to him wherever when he moves to Porto.